For our final project in assembly language this quarter, we were to make this little cart follow the black line. There are two sensors on the cart, emitting and detecting reflected infrared light. If the left one senses black, I turn left, and similarly if the right one senses black, I turn right. However, due to a slight hill in the center of the table, it occasionally would not turn sharp enough, so it will rotate in the direction it was previously turning if, after a little while, it hasn't sensed the line. It should hit the line, but if somehow we've strayed too far from the line, then it will back up until we find it again. I have quite a few ideas on how we could make this more interesting, like estimating the curve of the line by keeping a history of its path, or maybe using this history to improve smoothness on subsequent loops. However, either of these options would require storing quite a bit in memory and processing all of this information, all while following the line if it takes too long to process. So it would be quite interesting programming this to work well in real time with assembly. Since this is dealing with sensory input, which isn't always consistent, it occasionally does some weird things, like this. Since the cart isn't wireless, the cable also changes how the cart acts since the wheels aren't always moving like expected. It would be interesting to write some sort of code to calibrate the wheel movements on a straight portion of the track. However, since this is due tomorrow and I have finals coming up, I decided to instead spend some time studying. This was the one and only time the cart actually decided to follow that 90-degree corner, and here is a close-up of rotating in the direction of the last detected black. Anyway, it was a fun project.